Oh, okay, this is That Love Clark, and we're continuing where we left off with Germany and the Holy Roman Empire. But before we go to chapter 3, like I said we were going to do, I forgot we're going to read these sidebars that were in chapter 2. So before we go to 3, we'll read these little sidebars. They're real interesting, okay? Language of the Assyrians, okay? Some have argued that the Assyrian people spoke a Semitic language, not Indo-Germanic, and therefore the Germans could not be the descendants of the ancient Assyrians. Yet there is a passage in the Bible which clearly reveals how and why most of the ancient Assyrians acquired a new and different language. In the days of Nimrod, a tower was constructed at Babel which was to be the capital city of a world-ruling dictatorship under which God's truth would have been completely stamped out. Concerning the rebellious people of Nimrod's day, God said, "Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do." Genesis 11:6. To keep civilization from progressing to a point of self-destruction so soon, God had to confound their language. Verse 7. This miraculous intervention by God was the origin of differing languages. This was then most of the Assyrian. This was when most of the Assyrian acquired the Indo-Germanic tongue and other related languages. Dr. Herman Hoth wrote in his article, Germany in Prophecy, European scholars have thoroughly studied the language of the land of Hatti, the ancestors of the Hessians. They found it to be an Indo-Germanic tongue, numerous words of which were akin to Old High German. The language of the Hatti was the language of the Western Assyrians. Scholars admit that for centuries the language of the people who inhabited Assyria was not merely Semitic. Plain Truth, 1963, January. We're going to read this other one over here. It's pretty cool. Ancient city of Trier, or Trier. Beautiful architecture. You know, if these are Kenites that made that, then that's beautiful. But you know what? I don't think Kenites made that. God's people made that. I could be wrong. You know, Freemasons aren't all Kenites. A lot of them are full-blooded. They just caught up in the satanic system. Anyway, here we go. Ancient city of Trier, or Trier. In the banks of the Mosel River in western Germany, just 6 miles from the Luxembourg border, is the ancient German city of Trier. The Romans claimed to be the founders of the ancient city, but German tradition and even the name of the city suggests otherwise. On das Rotes Haus, the Red House, beside the Stipe, there is a text in Latin boasting that Trier or Treves is older than Rome, 1300 years older in fact. That is when Trebeda, son of Semiramis, is said to have founded the town. That's what it says in the opening paragraph of the Trier color photo guide to the town. Joseph K.L. Beil writes in his German textbook in Deutschen Landen, Trier was founded by Trebeda, a son of the famous Assyrian king Ninus. According to Roman, Greek, and Persian records, was the first ruler who began the systematic conquest of the ancient world after the death of Nimrod. Semiramis was married to Nimrod, the founder of Babylon. Genesis 10:8 through 10. Verses 11 says that Asshur and his descendants went out of Babylon and constructed the Assyrian capital Nineveh. But as the margin correctly indicates, it was Nimrod who led Asshur out of Babylon and who actually supervised the construction project in Nineveh. Early on, the Bible indicates a close alliance between Nimrod and Asshur. There is an obvious reason why the German city of Tyre traces its origins back to Trebeta, the son of Nimrod's successor Ninus, as well as the ancient Assyrian capital of Nineveh. It's because modern-day Germany is mostly made up of Assyrian people. Monument of history, the Red House in Trier, inset, a sign in German stating the age of the building. Can't see anything on that, but thought that was pretty interesting. Facts right there. Some people want to say that's not true. Some people want to say this is true, some of it's not true. I don't know. I didn't have a time machine. I'm trying to figure it out too, so that's why I want other people to share. Okay? So, comment if you can. I know some people just don't want to believe facts. You know, some people want to say this is twisted. Some of it might be. Some of it might be just that they haven't got that far yet in their understanding. But this is sure a hell of a lot better than your mainstream Christian church you're going to go to at Sunday. Okay? You know what I'm saying, guys? Alright? So, it's better than what you're going to get at your regular church. Okay? As far as Bible study or information about people in the Bible. You're getting real in-depth information and guidance in this to what and who people are and where they are and finding them in the Bible. And not only in the Bible, having documentation, historical documentation, helps to push the case, you know, too. So these people are pretty good at what they're doing, and I appreciate it. Hope you do too. Okay, we're going to do another one. There's one more. Okay, but I think I'm going to save that for the next one. It's called the ancient tribe of Shati, or the Hatti, the Chatti. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, ancient tribe of the Chatti.